In recent years, the Australian travel industry has seen the emergence of what is commonly known as voluntourism, a trend that sees globetrotters mix their love for international travel with different types of charity projects. As this trend has developed over the years, the travel industry has noticed a specific interest amongst Australian women, particularly those within the baby boomer generation, whom flock to international destinations to volunteer their time and money in hope of aiding a global cause. Andrea Jacobs, a baby boomer from Sydney's North Shore, recently participated in a project aimed at helping Indonesia's captive orangutans, and she believes it's important for Australian women to look for fulfilment outside of their daily lives.
So again, it comes back to the kids. The kids are off your hands. A lot of women maybe aren't working anymore. Women are looking for something perhaps to fill their lives and wanting to give back. I think that's a big thing.
Working in conjunction with Jackie's Friends, a not-for-profit animal welfare project, Andrea and a group of Australian women spent a week in the famous Bali Zoo, helping to build a better enclosure for the orangutans.
Oh. It was interesting. We arrived there on a Monday. I was a day late, and I walked into the enclosure and I stood there and I looked around and I thought, what in the flipping hell have I got myself into? It was a mess. People everywhere. Look, it seemed really disorganised, and I stood there and I thought, we only had a week to do it. I just thought, what in the hell am I doing here? This isn't going to happen. But I got stuck into it, and it was the loveliest group of women. There was no ego involved, and we all just got the job done in the end.
As voluntourism continues to grow, so too do the number of organisations catering for this type of travel. Alexandra Ma, Strategic Partnerships Manager for Habitat for Humanity, a multinational, not-for-profit organisation that works to reduce world poverty, attributes the growth of this trend to the lifestyle changes that accompany some women as they develop through their middle and early elder years.
Well, what we've seen from baby boomers and empty nesters is it's their opportunity to then go and see the world. For that Nepal build that I mentioned, we had some women telling some amazing stories. So we had a few significant birthdays celebrated while on the build, a few people who had just retired and wanted to go and have a holiday which was off the tourist track. And a lot of people use these builds to pay gratitude to the lives that they've lived. So,
although voluntourism has seen members from each gender venture into impoverished regions, Ma believes it is particularly Australian women's interest in helping their less fortunate counterparts that drives the rising number of females enrolling in these types of programs.
But I think Australian women particularly are very interested to help support women overseas. We all know that if you help women and girls, then the impact stretches far beyond the family and far beyond the community. We know that if you educate girls, then we know that their outcomes are so much better and more resilient for the future.
Although many female boomers are using their post-retirement freedom to travel the world, voluntourism isn't only limited to those who are free from work or other commitments. Julie Schoneveld, a CEO of a successful Australian marketing company, has done projects all throughout Southeast Asia, utilising her corporate skills to aid the impoverished people of the area along the way.
I have a marketing background, and you learn many skills in marketing, and one of the main, I guess a few of the skills are that organisational skills. So hence when I was in Cambodia and organising the logistics of setting up a medical team in remote areas, so my organisational skills became very in demand in that situation. Also because you need to be able to vision what it's going to be, and you also need to cover off the detail in those situations. So every day in my job I'm doing that for clients on projects, and also making sure that the key people are working in the key positions within that that setup. So
Julie, who divides a lot of her time between the office and volunteer projects around the world, believes the essence of voluntourism lies in the legacies that are created.
Yes, I agree. It does make yourself feel good about helping other people, and that is part of it. You can't deny that or ignore that. But I think also, in particular for me, the projects that I worked on, for example, the one in El Salvador, we left a business there. You know, we actually set up a business which has got longevity, and today I know that they still are, you know, making money and, you know, potting their plants to restock the nursery so they've got more stock to sell. And I know they're still doing that today. So to me, that's leaving, you know, I guess my stamp